My name is Michael Young, President of Canada Beef. I want to welcome you to the Canadian Beef Processing Plant virtual tour. Over the course of the next 10 minutes, we will take you on a virtual journey through a typical beef processing plant in Canada. You will learn about food safety and quality assurance systems that stand behind every box of premium quality Canadian grain-fed beef. Canada produces approximately 1.5 million tons of beef annually and is one of the largest exporters of grain-fed beef in the world, exporting over 45% of our production. The facilities that process cattle range in size and production capacity, but are all dedicated to the production of premium quality grain-fed beef products. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you will find the information in this presentation useful.
Our tour begins in the barn or lairage, where animals are housed following arrival at the plant. Canada has robust federal regulations in place to ensure cattle are transported appropriately. Programs such as the Canadian Livestock Transport or CLT certification provide training to commercial carriers who are required by law to be knowledgeable about humane handling and shipping of livestock. Humane animal handling programs are also in place at each establishment to ensure all cattle are kept comfortable. Anti-slip floors, pen bedding, adequate space, and continual access to water are some of the requirements Canadian plants address with their animal welfare programs. Veterinarians from the Canadian Food Inspection Agency are present on site at all federal inspected establishments to assess live animals prior to slaughter. The ante-mortem inspection process ensures that cattle are fit for human consumption. Upon entry to the slaughter area, strict procedures are followed to ensure all animals are effectively and efficiently rendered unconscious to prevent any pain and stress prior to further processing. Following stunning, the Canadian Cattle Identification Agency, or CCIA, ear tag is scanned in order to document each animal and to transmit its unique number to the Canadian Livestock Tracking System National Database. During hide removal, great care is taken to prevent contamination by removing the hide from the top down. Sanitation of equipment is performed between each carcass. Hides are saved for further processing and curing and are graded and sorted to ensure their quality and value is optimized. One of the most vital steps in the slaughter process is the hygienic removal of the organs and intestines. Evisceration procedures are governed by Canadian federal regulations and implemented through the plant's Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point, or HACCP-based food safety system. Frequent sanitizing of equipment is also performed to ensure contamination is prevented. Offals are an important contributor to carcass value and are sold in Canada and in markets around the world. They may undergo a treatment process using hot water or other antimicrobial interventions as required by the plant's food safety system and Canadian regulations. The efficient cooling of offal is critical to ensure optimal quality and shelf life. Carcasses will then be carefully split to support carcass quality and ensure effective removal of the spinal cord. The saw is sanitized between each carcass to ensure food safety requirements are met. Canada is recognized as having negligible risk status for BSE, and plants remove cattle tissues which are classified as specified risk materials, or SRMs, by the World Organization for Animal Health. During SRM removal, dedicated tools are used to prevent potential cross-contamination. All SRMs are stored in designated containers for proper disposal, preventing them from entering the human food supply or animal feed as required under the terms of Canada's enhanced feed ban. To ensure all beef is safe for human consumption, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, or CFIA, performs a post-mortem inspection including an assessment of the external and internal surfaces of the split carcass as well as the lungs, heart, kidneys, liver, intestines, and head. A CFIA veterinarian will conduct a detailed examination of potentially significant defects and will record any instance of reportable disease as part of Canada's national approach to animal health. A final inspection and trimming is performed, and the carcass is subjected to one or more washing steps. Due to their ability to effectively reduce any bacteria on meat surfaces, carcasses typically undergo a brief exposure to steam, hot water, or other antimicrobial treatments in accordance with the plant's HACCP-based food safety system and Canadian regulations. Once in the cooler, beef will be typically chilled for 24 to 48 hours using air cooling as well as misting spray systems. The rate of cooling is carefully evaluated to ensure that optimal beef quality, food safety, and shelf life are achieved. Spray chill and refrigeration systems are monitored and maintained continually to support their important contribution. Quality and yield grades can only be assigned to carcasses by a Canadian Beef Grading Agency, or CBGA certified grader. Attributes that are evaluated during grading include maturity, sex, meat color, muscling, fat coverage and texture, meat texture, and the amount of marbling. Once certified, graders are regularly audited by CBGA officials and through Canada's National Grade Monitoring Program. As an additional quality assurance measure, computer vision grading may be utilized to further enhance accuracy and consistency. Once carcasses enter the fabrication area, the sides are broken down into primals in accordance with customer specifications and to optimize their value. Primals are then fabricated into subprimal cuts with great care. Quality assurance personnel monitor that customer product specifications are being achieved. Trimmings are collected and sorted into their respective lean percentages and sources. To further enhance food safety, an antimicrobial treatment may be applied to cuts and trimmings prior to packaging. All Canadian beef products are then packaged in a manner to preserve product quality and maximize shelf life. Product is placed in boxes or bulk bins and then weighed and labeled. The labels applied are unique to each box or bin of product to support the plant's traceability program. Sampling of beef products and microbiological testing is conducted by quality assurance laboratory personnel as required by federal regulations and the establishment's food safety program. Testing is performed to collect data and support continuous improvement efforts. Sampling is also performed by the CFIA as part of the National Microbiological Monitoring Program. The Federal National Chemical Residue Monitoring Program analyzes animal tissue samples for chemical residues. This testing performed by the CFIA verifies that veterinary products are used by cattle producers in compliance with domestic and export market requirements. In the shipping area, packaged Canadian beef is placed into either a fresh or frozen storage room. Temperatures of storage facilities are continually monitored to optimize product quality and shelf life. Prior to loading, trailers and shipping containers are inspected by quality assurance personnel, and following loading may be sealed by the CFIA for export shipments. Whether via trucks, rail, or by ocean vessel, the shipping process is designed to deliver Canadian beef to our customers in a manner that optimizes product quality and shelf life. To help keep employees safe, they are provided with personal protective equipment appropriate for the specific job they are performing. Personnel are provided clean smocks and other garments as a key aspect of the plant hygiene program. Boot washing, hand washing, and sanitizing facilities are provided at production facility entrances. Employees are provided with lunchrooms, which may be dedicated to personnel working in fabrication or slaughter-related tasks within the plant. Locker rooms provide a secure space for storage of personal belongings during work and for changing clothes if required. CFIA offices are located on-site for veterinarians and inspectors. Assigned space is also available for meetings with customers and staff. A designated team is in place to train new and existing employees, and human resource specialists are available to provide support. Plants may also have health professionals on site to provide any required medical care. Keeping the entire plant operating as effectively and efficiently as possible is critical to high-quality production. Specialized water treatment facilities ensure clean, potable water is utilized and that water discharged from the plant meets or exceeds Canadian environmental standards. Tools and equipment are calibrated on a regular basis to verify that accurate information is being used and that the operation is running as efficiently as possible. A dedicated and trained team is in place to make certain that refrigeration systems are always well maintained. Skilled technicians make sure that all equipment within the plant is operating effectively and within the proper specifications.
On behalf of the Canadian cattle and beef industry, I want to thank you for your participation in this virtual tour. We hope you were able to learn more about food safety and quality assurance systems that make it possible to produce premium quality, grain-fed Canadian beef for the world's table.